Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innal hamdalillah nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udzu billahi min shururi anfusina wa min sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlilhu fala hadiya lahu. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la syarika lahu wa asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون كما قال الله تعالى أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال الله تعالى أيضا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كلام الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة كل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أو كما قال Assalamu'alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, may the blessing and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon all of us. Let us begin our day with invocation to Allah Rabbul Alamin, making dua. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidul Majid. We forget to say Alhamdulillah bil alamin first, and then salawat upon our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then we make dua. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilaykan nusyur. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma'a ismihi syai'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwas samiul alim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد نبيا. اللهم زدني علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلبي على دينك وعلى طاعتك. اللهم أدخلنا جنتك اللهم أدخلنا جنتك اللهم أدخلنا جنتك واجرنا من النار واجرنا من النار واجرنا من النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Amin. Brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah, we hope and we keep on praying that everybody is fine, every family is okay, everybody is responding to the call of the authority to stay home and stay safe, so that we spend quality time with our family members, especially with our parents. This is the best time for us to show to our parents that we are there for them. It's very important, it's very noble to dutiful to our parents, serve them, be with them, talk to them, show that we care and love them, not only by lip service, by action. May Allah Rabbul Alamin help us to change in this difficult time when we are staying at home under lockdown. Brothers and sisters, we do not deny, we do not ignore that there are cases people who are staying at home, they feel miserable because they are not used to be staying at home. But Allah knows best. This is how Allah's Qada and Qadr. Before we continue with the book Believing in the Qadr of Allah, let me recall back something that is easy for us to remember. How to believe in Qada and Qadar. To make it simple, yeah? What is Qada? Qada means everything that Allah have ordained, written down. Our life, our death, our provision, and all this is been written down. Only Allah alone have all the knowledge. That is what Qada means. Then you have Qadar. Qadar can easily be understand by all of us. Is the detail to reach the mean. Allah have ordained something, but how to end and reach what Allah have ordained, that is part of Qadar of Allah. There are certain things that Allah allowed us to know even before it happened. Like just an example, there is a lot of hadiths that the Prophet has shared with us about what is going to happen at the end of the world. When the world is coming to an end, what is going to happen? There was nothing about that happened in the time of the Prophet. But the Prophet was given that knowledge about the unseen, that what is going to happen to the future. Alamatul as-sa'ah example. Talking about the sign of the end of the world. I like to start our class today by quoting this hadith. Abdullah bin Amr reported that Messenger of Allah Rabbul Alameen said, Inna Allah la yaqbidul ilm intiza'an yantazi'uhu minan nas walakin yaqbidul ilm bimautil al-ulama bilmautil ulama حتى إنه إذا لم يبقى عالم اتخذ الناس رؤوسا جهالا فسئلوا فأفتوا بغير علم فضلوا وأضلوا. Indeed, verily, Allah does not seize knowledge by force, taking it forcefully from the people. Allah did not just stop knowledge by force or just pull up all the knowledge from our memory. Yeah? Instead, Allah, takes away knowledge by the death of the scholars. When more learned people, when we talk about scholar, brothers and sisters, there are many different categories of scholars. But when Allah and the Prophet talk about ulama, scholars, they are relating the scholar who fear Allah, who have the right knowledge, pure knowledge, what Allah said and what the Prophet ﷺ have taught us. That is the real scholar. Not just anybody. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهِ مِنْ إِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. In the Quran, Allah says, indeed, those who fear Allah are those who have the right knowledge, the scholar. But there are a lot of people who claim they are intelligent people. They are scholars in this, scholar in that, but they don't even believe in Allah. they don't even acknowledge Allah. They deny God. That kind of knowledge is not under this category. What Allah and the Prophet is telling us, a scholar according to Allah and the Prophet is a person who have the knowledge of Allah and the Prophet, which Allah agreed to give us the knowledge. He empowered us with that knowledge, and that knowledge is sure to bring us closer to Allah. And also that knowledge will benefit you, me, and everybody. Because anything we do based on the knowledge given by Allah, we are doing for the sake of Allah, to please Him, to help fellow mankind, not to manipulate, not to oppress others. And that is what knowledge is about. Until there remains no scholar. Then there will come a time you have a lot of so-called intelligent people, but there are no scholars anymore. Then the people would take ignorant leader who will be asked and who will rule without knowledge. So we'll just pick anybody to be our leader. If he have money, if he's smart, that there will come a time, even the Prophet said that the liar, whatever they said, people listen. When the truth is being conveyed to them by the righteous scholar, nobody responds to it. It's like today, there are a lot of fake news going around. People is responding like wildfire. People are not careful anymore. They just don't care about who is talking about this. Who is saying about anything to do with Islam, brothers and sisters, but what is happening around us? You must have reference from Allah and the Prophet. You don't just say anything you like to say. That is not knowledge. That is your desire, your feeling. So when the people, public, just refer to anyone, especially when they are leaders and we do not know what kind of leaders they are, if they don't believe in Allah, then how can we believe in that? They can twist and turn, they can say anything they like. So at the end of the day, the Prophet said, they are misguided and they will misguide others. They themselves are not guided. They just go according to their feeling, what they want to say. There's no reference at all. Based on their desire, khalas. What is true, they say no. What is not true, they say yes. And the public who don't have a proper understanding will just follow. Because this is, they say, official. Let us be careful. Allah in the Quran said, لا تَعْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ إِلْمٍ إِنَّ السَّمْعَ وَالْبَصَرَ وَالْفُؤَادَ كُلُّ أُولَئِكَ كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. Don't do anything or follow anything. Or you can say anything under the name of Islam without knowledge. Why? Because you're hearing. We always hear things. You're seeing. We are looking at all the messages. We are reading all the messages that was sent to us through the media. We see messages coming in, and also our heart. What do our heart feel, and how do our heart respond to all this? When we hear something, we see something, how do our heart respond? Remember, Allah give all this faculty for us to filter. Filter 1, filter 2, filter 3. 3 times you filter. Be very careful. Why? Because Allah said, your hearing, your sight, and your heart will be questioned in the day of judgment. And that's why we say that there are people who have the ear, but they are deaf. They have eye, they are blind. When they are heart, they are heedless. May Allah guide us. So if anybody want to be guided, they have to go back to the guidance of Allah. That's why we have been asking, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. And Allah said, Shahr Ramadan allazi unzila fihi al-Quran huda linnas. Ramadan is coming in very soon, brothers and sisters. And what did Allah say? In the month of Ramadan, we revealed the Holy Quran from Lawhi Mahfuz, the preserved tablet. Yeah, the whole Quran was revealed to Bayt al-Izzah, and from there it took 22 years, 2 months more to complete the revelation to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. From Lawhi Mahfuz, the whole Quran was revealed to Bayt al-Izzah, and from there Angel Gabriel will send the revelation to the Prophet, yeah, from time to time, and it took about 22 years, 2 months, and further the other days that Allah knows best. Yeah? More than 22 years, 2 months. Yeah? Now, why Allah revealed the Quran? Why Allah sent down His revelation? Huda linnas. So when we talk about guidance, we must understand what guidance are we referring to. Is the Quran. And the Quran commands us to follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why we must follow the Quran and the Sunnah of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, there are some signs that have appeared, but it appeared now, and there are more signs to appear. When it appeared, means the Qada and the Qadr of Allah is there. It's there. Like what happened today. It's been informed by our Prophet about there will be a, yeah, maybe there will come a time you'll be exposed to epidemic, yeah, and all this virus. So then we have guidance how to move on, how to face this problem. And whoever follow, of course, then the ending will be good. We hope our lockdown time will change if everybody will just follow. Allah is there. Allah have ordained, but then there are ways, yeah, that Allah have shown us how to overcome the problem. Let us be humble, be obedient, be faithful to Almighty Allah, and follow the instruction. Now, today we will be talking about avoiding laziness. Is laziness part of Qada and Qadr? We will learn about that later on. A true belief in Qadr opposes the passiveness and inaction that may Muslims practice in the name of Qadr, such as refusing, they don't like to work, refusing to work, and say Allah has already decided my rizqi. Allah have decided my risk. My sustenance is being fixed by Allah, so why must I work? I just sit down, relax. I don't have to do anything. Yeah. Not only the not yet Muslim have that, some of them, even Muslim is having this problem. And surprisingly, you see that the not yet Muslim work harder because they believe in a dunya more than akhirah. And to get what you want in this dunya, you must work hard. And they work very hard. And they get their rizq. And Allah gave them more because they work harder. Allah is fair. Whoever work for it, he will get it. Whoever go out and seek knowledge, then he will be a knowledgeable people. You cannot just say, I think I'm okay, My father is an alim, is a scholar. I think I will inherit his knowledge. No, you don't inherit nothing. You can inherit property, but even property, if you inherit, but you don't have the knowledge to handle and manage the property, this property will destroy you. So just an example, There are Muslims who practice laziness in the name of Qadr. They say, Rizqi has been ordained, so I don't have to work. This laziness is actually an outcome of deviating from the correct belief. Whoever had that feeling, we know they are not follow the right path anymore. That means their understanding is wrong. They don't have the right belief in Qadar, or they have misunderstand the knowledge of Qada and Qadar. Umar radiallahu anhu, the Caliph, second Caliph of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which the Prophet gave him a title, Umar al-Faruq, a man who don't compromise with anything that is wrong. He reported that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Law annakum tatawakkaluna 'ala Allah haqqa tawakkuli." La razaqakum kama yarzuqul tayr. If you have true belief, reliance on Allah, tawakkal is very important to have that. Tawakkal. Not just tawakkul. Then Allah will give you sustenance rizqi like He gave to the birds. Why? In the morning with empty bellies, you can see birds normally will fly from the nest and return in the evening with their bellies full, because they have to do their best. They will keep on searching for their rizqi, and then Allah will always prepare His rizqi for whoever look for the rizqi of Allah. Remember, even in the Quran, when we are praying Jama'ah, especially Jumat prayer in the Surah Al-Jum'ah, فَإِذَا قُضِيَتِ الصَّلَاةُ فَانْتَشِرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَابْتَغُوا مِنْ فَضْلِ اللَّهِ. Allah commands those who are worshipping Him. Even Jumat day is a very noble day for the believer, for the Muslim. Jumaat is like an Eid for them. But is Jumaat declared as a holiday? No. We are still working. That's why Allah command us, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu iza nudiya lis-salati min yawmil jum'ah fas'au ila zikrillahi wazarul bay'. وَذَرُوا الْبَيْعَ ذَلِكُمْ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. Allah is telling us, oh, you who believe in Allah, when the call of Friday prayer is on, then respond. Respond to the call. This is, ayat is focusing to the men who are active in doing business. And respond to the call and stop doing your business. Meaning, even Friday, we are still very active, doing business, working. But when the time of prayer, everybody just have to stop and then respond to the prayer. After the prayer, fantashiru fil ard. If everybody will be active, you will see that the rizki of Allah is there. So to say that I don't have to do anything because Allah have ordained my rizki, this is the wrong belief. Yeah? It's not right. Yeah? So we don't blame Allah. Why Allah don't make me rich? He make my friend who don't worship Him, who is not a believer, very rich because they work for it. وَمَنْ أَرَادَ dunya فَعَلَيْهِ. Who you want to have dunya, you must have the knowledge of dunya, you must work towards it, and you get your nasib, you get your share. But we, of course, our value is different because we will use this dunya as a platform for akhirah. Now, how can you do good deeds, help the poor when you don't have anything? Al-faqir la yu'ti. When you are poor, how can you help others? So that's why we have the zakat there, you have sadaqah, infaq. All this is in Islam. And how can we do all this charity work when we don't have anything to give? And that's why we must be active so that when anything to come with charity, we are always in the front line. Some people may take this hadith as an excuse for their laziness. There are people who are lazy, but only Allah knows how they talk about what they believe in the risk. But we know that birds go early to search for their sustenance. Early in the morning, sometimes, even in our place here, early in the morning we can hear. I personally will always listen to the bird. They are making zikr, remembering Allah. They are communicating. Yeah, you can hear the sound of the birds. Allahu Akbar. If birds have to do that, Allah's creation other than us is doing that. We too must do the same. We just have to be active. We just have to move on. You know, sometimes when you are so lazy, you just sit down and eat and drink and do nothing. Entertain yourself with all the television program, Netflix and so on. We are worried one day, see how your body grows. Everything will go sideways. And then you will suffer. But you see those who are active every morning, they try to make some movement here and there. Allahu Akbar. When you are kind to your body will be kind to you. You take care of your body because even the Prophet remind his ummah by saying, وَلِنَفْسِكَ عَلَيْكَ حَقٌّ. Remember that your body has right upon you. Give your body his right. Eat the right food, do the right exercise, and keep on moving. Excuse me. Alhamdulillah. We must utilize the means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for us. Alhamdulillah. Allah have given us all the faculties, so we must make use of our hearing, our seeing, our lips, and also our body, our hand and leg, and our mind. Everything must move. Then we are showing our gratitude to Allah. We accept the qada of Allah. Now we are using the qada of Allah, to please Allah Rabbul Alameen. At the same time, we should rely on Allah. After we do our level best, brother and sister, Because none of us know what is our ending, we don't know. But we just give the best. You know, even when we want to worship Allah, we say to Allah, wa husni ibadatik, oh Allah, help me to perform the best form of ibadah. Not just an ibadah, we want to give Allah the best ibadah. And ibadah is not just worshipping Allah, it's not just praying, fasting, no. When you go out to find a living, you're working, your business, everything, if you follow the Islamic guideline, all is called ibadah. Everything that you do in this life, and you follow the guidance of Allah, you do it the right intention, lillahi ta'ala. Even like today, COVID-19, there are a lot of people, who are involved, the frontliner, seeing the government and now lockdown, they haven't been back to their family. They cannot leave their post and their office because they are the frontliner, waiting for instruction and to move fast, to help the people. And this unit, they don't go home like us. We are staying at home. They are in the office waiting for instruction and just ready to make a move. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine, brother and sister? They never been home for nearly more than 3 weeks, maybe 1 month. But we are being commanded to stay home and we are still complaining and get lazy. You must do what you have to do. At least don't forget to pray together in a family. Somebody call azan at home and then let the elders or those who have more knowledge to lead us in the prayer. And do what any activities that you can do. You know how to cook, you can cook and help your neighbor who is poor and the needy. Everybody have to start to do something. Everybody have a role to play. We cannot just sit down and do nothing. Do something. Those who are bedridden, poor, and those who are old, at least they make dua. The dua of the sick is very close to Allah. We pray, may Allah make the sick get better soon, and we hope that they will not stop asking Allah for Allah's blessing, mercy, and may Allahumma ghizna, Allahumma ghizna, Allahumma ghizna. Example, may Allah send down more rain, because the mercy of Allah always comes from the top, from the heaven. So we hope Allah send more beneficial rain to purify the air and the land, and to kill all the germs and the virus that we are exposed to. Who can stop this? Allah. You just have to say kun fayakun. But Allah wants all of us to reflect and return back to Him, acknowledge His power. Remember, this is part of Qada and Qadr of Allah. So we only can rely on Allah after we do our best. You cannot just say, I don't have to do anything, tawakkal, tawakkal. That is the wrong, tawakkal. So after doing our best, we rely on Allah, tawakkal on Allah, and implore Him to make our means successful. And then you make dua, oh Allah, I've done my best. We ask for your blessing. We ask for your mercy. And may Allah give us a good ending. There's always a good ending. There is a saying, remember, at the end of every tunnel is always very narrow, dark, there is a light waiting for us. It's waiting. Omar also asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, ara'aita amalana haza ala amrin qad furiha min am ala amri nastaqbila. Oh, Messenger of Allah, in regard to our current action, what we are doing now, is it a matter that has already been ordained? But what is happening today, the current thing that is happening? Or is it a matter that will be ordained as we go on? The Prophet ﷺ replied, Bal ala amrin qad furigha minhu. Rather, it is a matter that has already been ordained. Umar is just asking the Prophet, in regard to our current action, whatever we do now. Example, if Umar asked the Prophet at that time, it's just like now, what we are doing now, is it been ordained by Allah? Staying home, lockdown, everything has been ordained. Is this something that Allah have ordained for us? Or, no, it only happened as we move on. So the Prophet said, it is a matter that has already been ordained. Meaning what is happening today is been ordained by Allah already. Now it is happening. No one think that we are going to face this kind of difficult time. No one planned for it. Suddenly it happened. Then everybody had to do what they have to do. Alhamdulillah, our government act very fast and start to have the MCO, movement control, order. Alhamdulillah. Why? Because we have that kind of belief. Our leader, they are Muslim. A Muslim always have guideline to follow. Allah, and whatever we follow actually is what even the World Health Organizations have to accept it, because they also have that policy. Quarantine. Allahu Akbar. And our Prophet's teaching is rahmatullahi alamin. Remember, Muhammad was not only for you and me, not for the Arabs, not only for that time, but his teaching, his saying is relevant until the end of the world. Rahmatul alamin, that is the rahmah, the mercy that Allah has sent through our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahu Akbar. Whether they want to believe or not, for those who are not yet Muslim, but they are following the teaching of our Prophet. A lot of things happen in our life. We say that I don't want to believe in this, I don't believe in that. But what you are doing, you are following the teaching of the prophets. Omar then asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see, a lot of Q&A that we are asking today, sometimes the younger generation, why this, why that, it was asked by the early generation. Even the companion asked our Prophet, then why should we then work? Look at this. Why should we work? If Allah have ordained everything, then why must we work? No. It's a very logical kind of question. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied, Kalla, la yunalu illa bil amal. No. The good cannot be attained except that by working. You don't know what is the outcome, what is the ending, but you just have to work. Are you expecting any salary without working? You ask your boss to pay you and then you don't work. Who is going to pay you? But today there's an extra blessing. Those who are staying at home, they are not working. But still you have to work from your home. And you still get your salary. But there will come a time everybody have to face the reality. When the activities is so minimum, then every big company is going to slow down their production. And when production slow down, we know what is going to happen. We must be ready for what is going to come. We cannot keep on blaming anyone. Everybody is facing a difficult time. So everybody must prepare to make adjustment and to be ready to sacrifice. So you cannot blame anyone. The government is keep on trying their best to help the people. But everyone also have to help themselves. When Allah says, Allah will condition of all of us, we make some changes. Our lifestyles must change. Maybe we normally have heavy breakfast, heavy lunch, heavy dinner, all are heavy weight. Now we got to go to the middleweight and lightweight. As long as you survive, alhamdulillah. We have to make some changes and prepare for the changes. So the Prophet said, no, you cannot say you don't have to work. Since everything is been ordained, I don't have to do anything. Omar said, then Rasulullah said, Kalla, no. Everything that you want, the good thing to happen to you, you just have to work for it. You want your body to be healthy, to be fit, you have to do exercise. No? You want to burn your fat, you must sweat. There is a saying in exercise, no pain, no gain. Oh, we want to gain this, I want to have extra energy, extra health, extra this, extra, but you don't have any activities. So that is the reality. So Qada and Qadr do not contradict the fitrah, the rational, the logic, and also what we say, rational, logical, and practical. Everything comes in a package. You want something good happen to you, you have to work for it. You want to have extra risky, you have to work harder. You want knowledge, you got to seek knowledge. You must read, you must ask, you must get close to the scholar, and that's how you move on. You want to have extra wisdom, extra experience in life, you ask those who are more elder than you, your parents, they have a lot of experiences. Ask them. And that's why we are reminded, as-su'al miftah ilm. Even Allah commands us, fas'alu ahli zikri in kuntum la ta'lamun. If you don't have the right understanding, you have no knowledge, no experience, ask. You don't understand what is Qada and Qadr, ask. But who to ask? Allah have explained everything in His book, the Quran. So you just have to read the Quran, and then you find out how Allah explained Qada and Qadr to us. And like Omar asked the Prophet, we don't live with the Prophet passed away already. But we can refer back to the hadith. Whatever that we are having today the doubts, yeah, the feeling that we have about what is Qada and Qadr is been explained by our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But we don't have that, yeah, knowledge. Why? Because we don't read the Sirah Nabawiyah. We don't go through the Sirah of our Prophet and also what happened with the companion and the Prophet. We don't care. They are the best generation. The Iman is the best Iman. If you want to have the right Iman, the right belief about Qada and Qadr, you have to go back and get the same kind of understanding like how our companion understood from our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That's why Allah said, وَإِنْ آمَنُوا, yeah, بِمِثْلِ مَا آمَنْتُمْ بِهِ فَقَدْ اهْتَدُوا. If you want to make sure you are guided with the right belief, then you have to believe like how they believe. Their belief is not corrupted with innovation, khurafat, shirik. Because the early generation, they know how to differentiate between tradition, the norm, and the truth and haqq. What is adat and what is ibadat. They know how to differentiate it. Today, we are very confused. Omar then said to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Izan nashtahidu ya Rasulullah. If that is the case, we will then exert our best, ya Rasulullah. You see how the companion respond when the Prophet said, no, you have to do your level best. You have to work for it if you want to have a good ending. Then immediately the Sahaba don't have to argue anymore. Very clear. Because the Prophet gave a very simple example and answer. Kalla la yunalu illa bil amal. No, the good cannot be attained except by working. Anything you want good to happen to you, you have to work for it. And then immediately he responds, Izan nashtahidu ya Rasulullah. If that is the case, we will then exert our best, O Rasulullah. You see, that is the iman of the companion. Once the Prophet make it clear, they don't have to keep on arguing like us today. We keep on, but we have so many buts that do not benefit us. I think sometimes we keep on asking. It's not that we want to really believe and follow. We just want to find excuses. Yeah, we just want to make sure that whatever we are doing now is okay. So we keep on asking to find a way out. That is very wrong. So even in seeking knowledge, when you ask somebody, brothers and sisters, make sure that your asking is sincere. You are not asking to seek an excuse. You are not arguing, yeah, just to say that what you do is correct. No, what you do is wrong is wrong. And if your understanding is wrong, it's wrong. And how do you know it's right or wrong? See what the Prophet has said. One is against the Quran and Sunnah is wrong. That's how simple it is. You cannot say, I'm still right if I go against the Quran. I'm still right if I go against the Sunnah. You cannot. That is our belief. Yeah? Ati Allah wa ati Rasul. And even Allah said, and those who have authority upon you. When they command you to do something that is not against Allah and the Prophet, you have to obey. And nowadays you see, even we were commanded to pray in the mosque, but even the call of prayer have changed. Sallu fi buyutikum. When you want to pray, pray at home. It's a call now. Yeah. So we just have to respond. I know we don't feel good because we have been praying in the mosque, in the Jama'ah. Ramadan is coming very close now. We used to pray Jama'ah together, Qiyam Ramadan, known as Tarawih. We used to break fast together in the masajid, but what is going to happen to us? Wallahu alam bisab. That's why we want to work harder, and then ask Allah for His blessing. If the lockdown is going to be lifted, Alhamdulillah. And who can help us? Only Allah, and we must help ourselves. Yeah? The government and the frontliner is doing their level best. We hope that we all just help each other, to attain what is the best for all of us. Similarly, Ali radiallahu anhu, the fourth caliph of our Prophet, reported that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ma minkum min ahadin illa waqad kutiba maq'adahu minan nar wa maq'adahu minal jannah." None of you but that his abode, his place, has already been recorded, whether in fire, Jahannam, or in Jannah. Of course, Allah has all the knowledge already. But again, please, we don't have this knowledge. On hearing this, look at the dialogue. On hearing this, some people ask, who is the some people? Some of the other companions. Because Ali is narrating the saying of the Prophet, and then some people ask, "O Messenger of Allah, should we not then rely on what has been written for us and stop doing anything? If paradise, hell, and paradise has been ordained, who is going to hell, who is going to paradise, then we just wait for the ending of everything, and then we just see what is been ordained for us. We don't have to work for it anymore. We don't have to do all the good deeds anymore. If we have been ordained to go to paradise, even we don't do anything good, we will go to paradise. If we are ordained to go to hell, even we do all the good deeds, we may go to hell. Who gives you that kind of feeling? Allah has reminded us. Allah said, of course, He knows, meaning nobody can play drama with Allah. Some people may act so righteous in front of you, but in reality, they are not. Some people say, "No, I give donation here." In reality, they don't do for the sake of Allah. They do just to show to people. So that's why they don't get anything from Allah, because they don't do for Allah. Allah accepts any good deed that you do sincerely for Him. Mukhlisin lahuddin. You must be sincere in your act of worship, in your deeds. Then Allah accepts. If not, it will for the different agenda in the day of judgment. Allah said, "You did not do this for me. You did that for so and so. Go to so and so. Ask him to reward you." Of course, nobody can reward you in the day of judgment except Allah. So the prophets respond, "La a'malu fa kullun maysirun lima khuliqa lah." No, you cannot just don't do anything. Allah has said, وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ أَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةِ. Allahu Akbar. Allah never break His promise. What He say is true, and He is going to fulfill it. He said, "Send good news and glad tidings." To who? To the believer. 15 of Sha'ban is coming. For those who believe in Allah, do not commit shirk, all your sin is going to forgive. by Allah Rabbul Alamin. So keep on asking Allah for forgiveness. Yeah. Except two groups. One is those who commit shirk, and the second, those who create hatred, yeah, animosity among the kings and among fellow Muslims. Those who like to create hatred among the believers, among the scholar, is very, very dangerous. Whoever hate the people of Allah, the awliya illah, then you are like declaring war with God. It's very dangerous. So all who have this negative feeling towards fellow Muslim and also towards the scholar, is time for you to stop and ask Allah for His blessing and His mercy. If you know someone says something is not correct, it's your duty to remind them and correct them, but not to hate them and create fitna to them. So the Prophet, when the people asked the Prophet, if everything is been ordained, people who go into hell, people go to Jannah, is been fixed by Allah, then why should we rely on what we want to do? We don't have to do anything, just rely on what Allah have ordained. So we don't have to do anything now. We want to stop doing any good thing. The Prophet said, no, act. Then after the Prophet said, no, it's not right to just rely on that Qada and Qada, that Allah know who is going to hell and who is going to pay. Yes, Allah know, but do we know? Do I know? Do you know? We don't know. Then why must you feel that you will go to hell or paradise? Why not you do something that can bring you to paradise? And Allah said, good news for those who believe and act righteously, that I will reward them with Jannah. And that's why we have been encouraging every one of us who have been following our program, to be active, not just learn and learn and learn and no action. Even until today, we encourage people to contribute to us because we are helping the poor and the needy until today, who are under the MCO and who are facing hard time because of COVID-19, is part of the Qada and the Qadr of Allah. But we never stop trying our best to reach out to them. Until today, we have reached about 400, almost 400 families. Even yesterday, we have respond to, I forgot the number, more than 50 people, 50 families. So we keep on doing what Allah wants us to do. The more you can give, the more Allah will reward us. Remember, brothers and sisters, whatever you give today, don't think that we are losing, and our property is reducing, because that feeling came from shaitan. Allah have reminded, وَمَا أَنْفَقْتُ بِشَيْءٍ فَهُوَ يُخْلِفُهُ. Anything you spend for the cause of Allah, Allah will pay you back. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters? Don't be stingy. Don't be calculative with Allah. Then we were going to suffer. Anything you give for the sake of Allah, Allah is sure to give us back. How? Leave it to Allah. You must have that faith. This is what Allah said. So the Prophet said, no, you cannot say, I don't have to do anything. Then the Prophet continue with the second command. First command, no, that belief is wrong. Then the second command is a'malu. You have to work. You have to act. You have to do your level best. For each person will be eased towards that for which he was created. If he is from the people of happiness, he will be guided to the deeds of the happiness. And if he is from the people of misery, he will be guided to the deeds of the misery. Of course, you can see in reality sometimes. Yeah, those who are good, you can see there's a lot of good thing happening to him. Allah will bless him, will bless his family, his children. Allahu Akbar. And Allah will bless him with good friend because he is good. He like good environment. He like to do good thing. He like to say what is good. So all the good thing is happening around. All the good people will come to you. And that's what we want. We want to be good to ourselves. We must be good to others. It's like what the Prophet said, لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. None of us can really be a true believer if you don't love your fellow brother, your fellow sister, what you love for yourself. You want to be respected, you respect others. You want people to be good to you, you be good to others. You want people to be kind to you, you be kind to others. You want people to love you, you learn how to love others. That's how you move on. And for those who are bad, you can see. If you like to gossip, you like to lie, and you get all these kind of people around you who just behave like you. You lie, they lie, and will become great liar. You gossip, they plus another gossip, so everybody end as a gossiper. If that is what we want. So Allah give us a choice, brother and sister. About Qada and Qadr, no one knows, but you must have the faith. Yes, when it happens, you accept, and then Allah give you the freedom to decide which direction you want to go. Allah don't force us. Even to do the good thing, Allah never force us. Even the good thing, He said, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. I will never burden you except what you are able to do. You see. So whatever Allah wants us to do, brothers and sisters, even the good thing, the prayer, the amal salah, is something very, very light, practical. It's not heavy at all. But you have to have knowledge. Yeah. Then the Prophet ﷺ, after the dialogue, he recited the Quran to them. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فأما من أعطى واتقى وصدق بالحسنى فسنيسره لليسرى وأما من بخل واستغنى وكذب بالحسنى فسنيسره للعسرى. In Surah Al-Layl, there is Surah 92, verses 5 to 10. You see how the guidance of Allah to us, as for him who gives charity. Allah is telling us through the Prophet ﷺ in Surah Al-Layl, verse 5 to 10. As for him who gives charity, has taqwa, and believe in the best reward of Allah, we will ease him towards Jannah. That's what we want. We make it easy for him. But look at the ayah. Whatever you want to do, even to help somebody, remember you do out of taqwa for the sake of Allah. You're not doing for the sake of, I want to tell him I'm a good man. No. They will, no. You don't have to tell them. You do for the sake of Allah. Allah have even informed us. That's why we encourage people to do more good thing now. Why? Because the problem, the difficult time that we all are facing, Allah have said to us how to overcome this problem, how to lift the MCO from us. Allah said, وَمَا يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. We all are facing some difficult time. But Allah said, if you have taqwa, have faith in me, and do your level best, I will show you ways to get out from this problem. Allahu Akbar, brothers and sisters. How blessed are we? Allah give us guidance. So Allah is telling, as for him who give charity, at this time give. When you have some, share. وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَتِكَ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Whatever nikmat that Allah give you, you have something extra, share and give. And you must do it for the sake of Allah and believe that there is a reward ready from Allah. Allah prepare rewards for us. It's like Nisfu Sha'ban. Allah is going to forgive all our sin. Just stay away from shirk, repent yourself from shirk, and also stop hating each other. Because hatred don't bring any good to any one of us. Nobody is perfect. Forgive and move on. Even you don't want to be close to one another because you have been hurt by somebody, it's okay. But at least you don't keep on hating and create fitna, gossiping, backbiting, because it's not going to help any one of us. See how dangerous if you keep on entertaining this, that Allah will not forgive you. The forgiveness of Allah is always there, but Allah put condition. So we just have to do what we have to do. As for him, remember what Allah said, فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى. As for him who gives charity, has taqwa, and believe in the reward. وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى. They don't have doubts. They believe that anything that you do for the sake of Allah, Allah will sure to reward you. Then we will ease him towards Jannah. We make it easy for them. But as for him who withhold his money, turn away from Allah. وَأَمَّا مَنْ بَخِلَ وَاسْتَغْنَى. Bakhil, you know what is bakhil? Stinginess. Mine, everything mine. Withhold your money, you thought that is yours. No, everything is a gift from Allah. Allah is the one who have given us all the wealth. But sometimes we always are ungrateful. We thought that it's because I'm smart, because I'm clever, that's why I become that. No. Of course you do, but it's Allah who provides. And sometimes the more Allah give it to you, it's not that He is pleased with you. It's a test. Like those who have a lot of wealth and still accumulate wealth and become more stingy, more calculative, more selfish. Who is that? He is known as Qarun. A treasurer for Pharaoh. Accumulate wealth. That's why the Malay always say, when you have a lot of wealth, harta karun. They also use the word harta karun, because there is the character of this man Qarun. They thought that everything is theirs. They become so stingy and they never share with others. And for those who withhold his money, his property, turn away from Allah. They don't believe in what Allah said. They thought, this is mine. I think I can buy paradise. When I have money, that means I'm happy. When I'm happy, that means this is like my paradise. I can even trade, in the day of judgment. I can buy paradise. No. Allah said to us, Inna Allah hastara minal mu'minina anfusahum wa amwalahum bi anna lahumul jannah. Allah is prepared to trade with us who believe. Only the believer will be offered by Allah. I'm going to trade with you. Are you prepared to sacrifice your time, your life, and your wealth for Jannah? Allah is offering. You want Jannah? I'm going to offer you Jannah. Number one, you believe. The second thing, you must contribute. Allahu Akbar. You see, Allah show ways for us to go to Jannah. If we still choose not to believe, may Allah guide us. We turn away from Allah's offer and deny the best reward. فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْأُسْرَى. Allah said, we will ease him towards the difficulty. If that's what you want, الَّذِي جَمَعَ مَالًا وَعَدَّدَ يَحْسَبُ أَنَّ مَالَهُ أَخْلَدَ قَلَّ. People are so greedy and keep on accumulating wealth. Now you have your thousandaire, millionaire, billionaire, and still not enough. Then Allah will show you. You see, your ending is very bad. You have more problem. You have health problem, personal problem, family problem. And you have the wrong friend around you. You are surrounded with problem. There's no peace in your life. You have money, but no peace. And that's why the Prophet said, لَيْسَ الْغِنَى عَنْ كَثْرَةِ الْعِلْمِ وَلَكِنَّ الْغِنَى غِنَى النَّفْسِ. Wealth is not because you are rich. Yeah. And you are not considered rich because you have a lot of property. But the real wealth or richness is a person who are contented with what Allah has given you. Ghinayun nafs. That means you are contented. Alhamdulillah. Our Prophet was offered by the mushrikeen. What do you want? You want to be the richest? We will collect all the money and give it to you. Just stop preaching. Just stop telling us what to do. Leave us alone. The Prophet don't accept it. I'm not here for that. You have your money, keep your money. You have the authority, go on with it. I'm not here to fight for any power or any commercial value. No, I'm here to convey you the message of Allah. That's why our duty is to share. The knowledge we have, we share with others. The wealth we have, we share with others. And you will not regret. None of us will have a bad ending. Brother and sister, this is what I like to end with today, with this ayah again, that majority of us have been reciting, because this in the juz. Amma فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْيُسْرَى وَأَمَّا مَنْ بَخِلَ وَاسْتَغْنَى وَكَذَّبَ بِالْحُسْنَى فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْعُسْرَى. Remember this ayah. Suratul Layl, verses 5 to 10. Go home, open the Quran, reflect again, and ask ourselves, do we believe in that? Is Allah's word? Do you believe in Qada and Qadr? Yes. If not, then you cannot be a believer. How do you believe? Go back to what we have shared with you. This is what Allah is telling us. And this is how the Prophet guide his followers. Don't just believe and say, if it's been ordained, I don't have to do anything. No, the Prophet said, Kalla. The Prophet said, La a'malu, work for it, work for it. Yeah. Jannah is always open for anyone who work towards Jannah. How to do that? Iman wa amal saleh. May Allah give us the opportunity to strengthen our iman and to act righteously, meaning belief and action, not just lip service. Alhamdulillah, brothers and sisters, once again, we'd like to thank those who have been supporting us to help the poor and the needy. And we are still calling upon all the good brothers, the good Jama'ah who have been so kind to us. May Allah repay your kindness, accept your good deeds. The more you give it to us, the more we are going to give to those who need our help, especially in this difficult time. And remember, whatever we do, Allah is sure to reward us more than what we have given. Yeah. And Allah never break His promise. We just have to have that belief. May Allah bless us. Amen. And now we are open for the second session, the Q&A session. Now. I'm trying to look into the question. There's a question from Sister Mizwa Kaduyama. I see some Muslim people making excuses to give sadaqah to the poor. People saying some of them don't work hard enough. But I think we should not assume beyond our knowledge and should help the needy. What is your thought? Or any knowledge you can share with us regarding this? To the questioner, to the Sister Mizwa Kaduyama, we do have experiences sometimes people who are not honest to us. They are not poor, or they have been supported by a certain group of people, but they say, no, nobody support them. Nobody give them anything. Nobody help them. And that's why it's very important to have the right understanding. When you want to do anything good, we must plan. Because the world today is not that the world before. People before, they had dignity. They don't lie. And they don't cheat. But today, very sad to say, we have been involved in doing charitable work for more than 35 years to 40 years. Since the 80s, I think here and there we pick up a lot of experiences about how people always take us for a ride. So Allah has exposed us to a lot of these experiences about the people today. So we are very careful. So our team, when we want to do anything good, we have our team to go and check. We are not there to just judge them. We will go when people say, so and so is so poor, please help. Okay, we get their info, we call them, we go to their place, we want to check, because a lot of people, they don't tell us the truth. So we go to their home and check and see the environment. Some are really poor. Then we have something to document it, and we always have a form even to check whether do you have any support or you receive any kind of financial support and so on from the welfare department, for Baitul Mal example, because there's a lot of agencies who is helping the public, but we don't know. We are not connected with one another. So we have to do a little homework to make sure that people don't take us for a ride. But when it's confirmed that these people is genuine, we should immediately help them. Yeah? This is through our humble experience, and that's why to do good today, we must also be careful. Yeah? Yes, we have to work for the sake of Allah. But when we want to do anything for the sake of Allah, we also must organize ourselves. Yeah? We must do everything in the best way. It's like when you want to pray, you offer the best prayer with the right understanding, with the right adab, right way. Anything you want to do good, you must do it in the right manner. So organize yourself. That's how our team always do our work here through our humble experience. We get all the info, we send our team to go and check them out, and then we will identify. They will fill in the form, we help them to fill in the form. Is what they want to say is written, black and white. So next time, after that, we will check. If they say they nobody help them, okay, they said that the welfare department never helped them before, Baitul Mal never helped them, so then we will have our own link to connect with some of our contact and just want to get some info. Please look into this IC number. Do you all give them any support? Did they apply? Did they come to all of you? If what they say is true, good for them, good for us. Yeah, and that's how we move on. Yeah. The poor and needy will feel paradise, however, not the working middle class or rich, though everybody will have the opportunity to go to paradise. Even among the companions, they are poor and they are rich. Abdul Rahman bin Auf, Osman, Abu Bakr, Khatijah, they are known to be very rich, but the richness that Allah give them never make them arrogant, selfish. They make use of the wealth to serve Allah. Also, rich and poor also can go to Jannah. Yeah? Assalamu'alaikum, Sheikh. Quran and Sunnah are the main sources of knowledge to guide Muslims in worldly and akhirah matter and benefit other creation of Allah too. What are Islamic guidelines for Muslims need to follow in order to know whether the worldly knowledge they want to learn is beneficial or not? First thing, as a seeker of knowledge, always humble ourselves. When you want to seek any knowledge, you say, Allahumma zidni ilman nafi'a wa a'udzu bika min ilm la yanfa. It's very important to remind us there are two types of knowledge that benefit you and do not benefit you. Now, knowledge that can benefit you in this world, there are many. It's like you learn about even computer, you learn about business, commerce, the knowledge about engineering, doctor, every knowledge that you learn that you can use it to help others, it will sure to benefit you. But when you have this knowledge, you must not just think of money. Sometimes the knowledge that we have, everything we want to do, when people need our help, we want to charge them. And that show that you only want the benefit in this life, but nothing in akhirah. Yeah, sometimes we can charge the people who have money, but people who have no money, can they learn from you? Yes. Can you help the poor? Yes. Also, you help them with the knowledge, like when we help them financially to buy their foodstuff. Also, we organize program to help them mentally. that they have to attend classes to improve themselves. And spiritually, we will also help them. We don't help people by just giving food, no. No. We also want to help them, to give them knowledge, and later on, they can be independent. You know, in the time of the Prophet also, he reminded us, it's just like an analogy. You don't just help people by giving them food, but you give them a skill, show them how to survive and be independent. Yeah, don't give them only fish, but give them the fishing kits so that they know how to go and fish. Example. So there's many ways to help people. Yeah? Any knowledge that bring benefit to you and others, even the worldly knowledge, is considered as knowledge that bring benefit to all of us. Yeah? You will know. Yeah, but if the knowledge is try to exploit other, to manipulate, then you don't do that. Yeah, don't get involved. We will be closing questions shortly. If you have more questions, yeah. My question, second question: Qada and Qadar is a sign of Allah's ultimate authority over us and everything. It's correct for me to understand that we are given the freedom to choose the available option that will lead us to the written Qada and Qadar. Of course. But we don't know, brother and sister, but you have to choose to do the best. You see, it's just like prayer. Do we want to pray or not? You decide. Even when you want to pray, how do you want to pray? You want to pray for the sake of praying, or you want to perform your prayer in the right manner, in the best manner? You have to choose. You decide. It's like when you want to eat something. The rizki is there. It's been qada. You will have your rizki. And now you have durian example, a simple one. You have this durian, that durian, and you have the musang king example. If you're given a choice, which one do you go for? I think, normal people, why not I go for the best if I were given the choice? So you have the right to choose, of course. Yeah? You want the best, you also prepare to give the best. A salam from Sister Anita Mutalib. Teach us the hadith. Oh no, wait. Yeah? On Sunday, I asked about the adab on making dua to Allah. Is it sufficient to recite the favorite dua during Ramadan when we are prostrating in the last sujood before making dua to Allah? To recite the favorite dua during Ramadan. During Ramadan, you may have some dua, Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni, or fa'fu anna. Yeah, you can make that dua in the state of sujood. But there are so many other dua also that we can ask. Because the Prophet gave us a general guideline for aksar dua when you are making sujood, not only in Ramadan, even any prayer, then the best time for you to ask Allah when you are making your sujood. Yeah, you can ask. As long as you don't recite any ayat of the Quran al-Karim. Coming back to a brother, teach us tahajjud, please, and what to recite exactly and perform as well, and intention prior to prayer, please. Of course, tahajjud is a very important prayer too, and Allah said, وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَحَجَّدْ بِهِ نَافِلَةً لَكَ. That tahajjud is only performed at night. That means after Isha prayer, the time of tahajjud comes in. But the best time is 1/3 of the night. How to perform the prayer? You can do 2, 2, 2. You do 8 rakat, and then you end with witir, 3 rakat. That is the best way to perform tahajjud. What to recite? Allah and the Prophet have reminded us when it comes to recitation of the Quran. the surah, recite what is easier for you. The more you memorize, the more you can recite in your sunnah prayer. Because sunnah prayer you can recite as long as you like because you are praying alone. But when you're praying Jama'ah, that fardu, you must remember the weak, the elders who is behind you, and then you should not be too long. So when surah is concerned, you can recite any surah. Yeah? Every prayer, please make sure that your intention is purely for the sake of Allah, and secondly, you follow the right adab, the rukun, and don't rush when you perform all this prayer. Don't recite fast. You reflect slowly. Do it slowly. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, to our team, yeah, there's a prayer from our brother. Jazakumullah khairan, Sheikh, and your team. I learned a lot from this class. Alhamdulillah, ya Allah. Reward us by following the class and have the right understanding and act upon the knowledge that we have been learning. Favorite dua. Yeah. Anita Abu Talib said, favorite dua during Ramadan is, Oh Allah, you are most forgiving and you love to forgive, so forgive me. Yes. This is one of the dua that the Prophet taught Aisha, especially to recite at the last 10 days of Ramadan. Yeah, the last 10 days. But of course, you can say it at any time. Yeah. So, Allahumma innaka afun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Yeah. May Allah forgive us for our mistake and for all the wrongdoing that we have been doing so far, whether we realize or not. And may Allah reward us, brothers and sisters. And please remember us in your prayer. We also will remember all of you in our prayer. So help those who need your help. And we are here to help you to help them. So contact us anytime when you have the intention to do anything good. And like what we said, when we want to do anything good, it's good to be organized properly in Jama'ah, collectively. Yeah? Make sure that we do it properly. Don't only guide people, give them food to eat, but also help them to have right knowledge, help them bodily, mentally, and spiritually. This is our core value. Our core value is the development of BMS, more organic. Yeah? Body, mind, and soul. May Allah accept all our prayer, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us and strengthen our iman, increase our sabar, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us from COVID-19. Amin. Ya Rabbal Alamin. There is one last question. From Teddy Freddy. How do we make supplication in our sujood? And how do we begin our dua? When you say supplicate, after you recite Subhana Rabbil A'la 3 times, then you can ask Allah anything you want. But if you want to recite it out, then you should recite in Arabic. But if not, you can ask Allah in your heart anything you want. Yeah, it's up to you. It's a very open dua. It's not fixed by our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Anything you want to ask, you ask. You know what is more important to you. Yeah, and then after you finish it, you just sit up and make your tashahud. Yeah, make your tashahud and your prayer. Naam. But remember, in sujud first, you make the tasbih sujud. Subhana Rabbil A'la, Subhana Rabbil A'la, Subhana Rabbil A'la first, and then you make the dua. Sister Marina, I have a question. Is a person allowed to read the Quran entirely throughout the salah, not as a reference. To read the Quran entirely throughout the salah, not as a reference, but reading it. I hope I understand your question correctly. Is a person allowed to read the Quran entirely throughout the salah? You read the Quran that is easy for you, meaning thing that you have memorized. If you are doing it in your salah, don't burden yourself, because Allah never burden us. فَقْرَأُوا مَا تَيَسَّرُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. That's what Allah says. Read what is easier for you. If you only memorize the Juz Amma, then just read Juz Amma first. Later on, if you increase your memorization, then you can increase the recitation. Or are you encouraged to open the Mus'haf when you are making Salah and recite the Quran by looking at the Quran? Yeah? You don't have to do that, because it's not from the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. Yeah? Read what you can, because when you are praying, you must be focused and your eye open, looking at the place where you make your sujood, not to look at the Quran. No, just read whatever you have memorized. No. May Allah protect us. Inshallah, I will take note in the future. I will just read the question. Jazakallahu khair. Any other question? Yeah. So may Allah bless us, and don't forget, yeah, to make dua for all of us, and may all of us have a good time at home, and please spend quality time together and engage among yourself, communicate. I feel very sad if I see that there are a lot of people staying at home today, still they don't communicate with one another. Everybody is busy with their own smartphone. We are not smart if we are not talking to one another. Please, yeah, organize yourself, control yourself. Allah help those who help themselves. And please don't forget to help us to help others. Until we see all of you again soon. Amin ya Rabbil Alamin. Wa billahi tawfiqi wa akhir da'wana walhamdulillah alamin. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.